Good morning, children. So let's start our PT2 course. Okay. The first chapter it is chapter number 3, that is fiber to fabric. Okay. Before starting this one, let's recall the things what you learned in the previous class. That means in 6th class. You learned this chapter already, right? In that, why is children clothing is very important? Because why we are wearing the clothing, it is important for protecting us from different climatic conditions, then insect bites. And not only that, aesthetic reason, that means making it attractive. For that also we used to wear the clothes, different styles, different patterns, different fashionable clothes we are wearing, and it depends upon the quality of the material also. Okay, so by this reason only we are wearing the clothes. And then this clothes, how it is made up of? It is made up of the fiber means it is a thread like substance. Okay, thread like structure present in the in two sources, that is in the plant source as well as animal sources. Not only that, then artificially also we can make it. Okay, that only. Then this fiber, it is actually the structural unit, we can say. Okay, fundamental unit. From that only fabrics are made up of. So fiber is the thread like structure present in the plants or animals, and then that is actually by spinning means what it is. So it means we can say that from the fiber. Okay, fiber, it is the thread like substance. Then these fibers arranging, that means twisting, okay, one another, and making it more stronger, and it becomes thick. That we will call as yarn. Okay, yarn, it is the thick continuous thread made from the fiber by spinning. Okay, by spinning means it is by twisting the fibers. Okay, then from this yarn, what made? Fabric. Okay, fabric means it is the continuous piece of cloth material. Then this fabric only we use and making stitching different patterns of dresses. Okay, understood this one? And now see fiber, from where we get this fiber. Fiber, it is actually it is of two types. Okay, that is natural as well as synthetic. Okay, so natural means it is getting from the plants and animals. Okay, again this natural one, it is getting from plants and animals. See children, this plant fibers, it is made up of cellulose. Okay, what it is? Cellulose. Okay, plant fibers are made up of cellulose. Cellulose, what it is? It is actually the complex carbohydrates only. Okay, and then animal fibers, it is made up of protein. Okay, and here for example, if we are saying the plant fibers, already you learned, that is cotton. Okay, cotton, then jute, then flax. So flax, from that getting the linen. Okay, linen. And then animal fibers, silk, then wool. Okay, these are the animal fibers. Understood children? So this plant fibers, it is made up of cellulose, and that one here cotton is getting from the cotton balls. Okay, that fruit balls only, that from that the fluffy mass comes out. Then afterwards jute it is getting from the stem of the jute plant, and then flax, linen, it is also from the seeds. Okay, then silk, this animal fiber, silk, it is getting from the silkworm. Then wool, it is from different like sheep, goats, rabbits, camel, the yak, they all gives wool. Okay, so this year you will learn about the animal fibers only. Okay, And here synthetic, if we are saying synthetic, they are the man-made fibers. Man-made fibers, okay? They are actually by making artificially by using some chemicals. That means like the petroleum products. By that, the chemicals they used and making the synthetic fibers, okay? They are actually the advantage also, if we are saying this natural fibers, they are costlier than the synthetic, because these are we have to depend the plants and animals. Their production should be proper, then only we can get the natural fibers. So its production is less, so it is costly. And here it is by the chemicals only, so we can as much as we want we can produce, okay? So it is cheaper. And if you are showing about the durability, that means lasts, how long it will. So its strength, if you are saying this natural fibers, they are obtaining from plants and animals, so its strength is less when we are comparing with the synthetic, because it is man-made, okay? Understood? And now here, when we are saying about the comfortable to wear, that is the natural fibers, and the man-made fibers little bit uncomfortable. And but it shows, that means attractive, and making it because it is cheaper also, and we can make it according to that, okay? And now I will explain about the animal fibers, how this wool and silk getting, okay? So see, if we are saying about the animal fibers, first today I will explain about the wool, okay? Animal fiber, wool. What is the characteristics of wool? Wool, it is stretchable, okay? Elasticity is there, and it is having more space. So that means in between the wool fibers there are more air spaces, so that air traps inside, okay? And as we know that air is a poor conductor of heat, so what does this air traps in between, so it will not allow, this wool fiber will not allow the air to go out. That means the heat to escape, so that it becomes an insulator. It acts as an insulator shield, okay? Not only that, see the gas which present in that air contains, it is the mixture of gases, right? So here nitrogen is present more, so nitrogen, we know that nitrogen will not help for burning, right? So it acts as an insulator, okay? And now then next, if we are saying about the quality, this wool, its quality characteristics, that depends upon its scale, its length, and its crimp. These such things depends, okay? Then only we can say that whether this wool is a finer quality or not, okay? Now see how we can determine whether this wool, how we can determine by the different properties, okay? First, if you are saying about the scale, scale means actually the overlapping, okay? So the wool fiber, if it overlap one another, then we can say that it is the best quality, okay? Good quality. If we are saying about the wool, like it is the wool fiber, in between it overlaps like this. If it overlaps like this, then it is good quality, okay? This is only known as a scale, okay? And now the next one, if we are saying a crimp, okay? Second one is the crimp. Crimp means it is the bending. It means if it is a wool, it bend like this. If number of bending means it is a good quality, okay? So see here the bend, this only, okay? Bending. This is known as the crimp, okay? If this crimp, if it is more crimp there, means it is good quality. See, that also we can say that the qualities, a finer quality and coarse also, okay? Finer as well as coarse. So here, if here in this finer quality we can say about the different sheep and goats are also there. They are giving the wool, that I will explain later. But here mainly we are saying about the merino. Okay, merino, that is actually the finer quality. Okay, and then here coarse, if we are saying about that is actually the Karakul. Okay, in this merino actually it is near about in 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter, you know, right? So 10 millimeter it is 1 centimeter. So in 1 centimeter near about you can say 40 crims. Okay, 40 crims will be there per centimeter, so that it is good quality. And but in this Karakul per centimeter there is 1 or 2 crims. Okay, per centimeter. So which is best? This merino, because it is having near about 40 crims per centimeter. Okay, second one quality also understood. Scale, first one, then second one crimp. Scale means it is the overlapping of the fiber, and here crimp means it is the bending. Okay, now the third one, if we are saying about the diameter. Okay, if we are saying about the diameter near about 15 micrometers. Okay, 15 micrometers to 30 or more, it is there for the good quality of the wool. Okay, and then if you are saying about its length varies from 15 centimeter to 4 centimeter. That is the length. Okay, so next characteristics, length. Okay, and then the next one, it is actually the cleanliness. Okay, cleanliness. That means how it is cleaning and who is cleaning. The skill of the worker depends upon this. Okay, how they are cleaning, how they are removing the burrs and these things. According to that, we can say that whether it is a good or not. And now these are the properties. Okay, now when you are saying about the next one, color. Color mostly the wool getting the white creamy color. Okay, naturally. Otherwise they are giving black, brown or light grey color also giving it. Okay, now the next part is the from where does we get the wool. Okay, from where does, that means the sources of wool. Okay, from where does we get wool. So here mainly that is by the sheep. Mainly by the sheep. Sheep also we can say that merino sheep. Okay, merino sheep. It is a that means giving the good quality of wool. Okay, merino sheep from the good breeding only. This merino sheep growing, rearing, and then from that getting the wool, that is the merino only. Okay, that is the best quality. And then second, if you are saying about some kinds of goat. Okay, some kind of goat also gives the wool, like we can say that Kashmiri goat. Okay, Kashmiri goat, and then we can say Pashmina. Okay, Pashmina goat, they are also good only. Okay, and Angora goat. Angora goat, actually they are giving the wool, that is the mohair. That means they are good breeding. The breeding of goat, that is known as the mohair goat. It gives the wool. Okay, that mohair only. That also be good only. And another one we can say that in camel family, if you are saying about the camel family, we can say alpaca. Okay, alpaca and llama, then camel. And this alpaca and llama, they are actually mostly you can found them in the South America. Okay, South America, these camel variety of, that means the that we can say that the breeding of, okay, the different breeding, it's will be here. And then we can say some of the rabbit. Okay, a rabbit, if you are saying that also, we can say the Angora rabbit. Okay, Angora rabbit, it gives the wool. Then we can say that not only that yak also gives the yak. Yak actually, it is mainly, you can see the yak, it is having the long wool, right, hairs. That only, that yak you can found them in the Ladakh region or in the Tibet region. There you can see yak. They are also giving the water wool. So from where does we get the wool? Who are giving the wool to us? That means we can get the wool from sheep, then goat, then camel, rabbit and yak. All of them, mainly you people learned about only when we are hearing about the wool, who gives the wool, then we will say that sheep only. But not only that, these are animals, they are also giving wool to us. Okay, understood? Now I will explain you about the in the next video I will explain about the breeding, how the we can get the good quality of wool by breeding. Okay, and the process also I will explain. So till that, children, read the chapter thoroughly and learn it. Okay, thank you.